This actually occurs in things like programming, right? Like, have you ever heard of the fact that a compiler can be written in terms of the language that it compiles? So
Yeah.
this sounds like an absurdity when you first think of it. You're like, okay, I have a chip. Here's the physical chip. I need a program that understands how the chip works. And then that program is going to take a language that I'm going to make up. So I'm going to make up a language like human, some type of human language with fors and whiles or whatever. That human language needs to get translated into the bytes that get run on the chip. And so I'm going to create a program called a compiler. The compiler is going to be code that literally takes the made up language and turns it into the exact bytes needed to make the chip do the things, right? And so you think that compiler, it's obviously written basically in terms of how the chip behaves. So you think, oh, take the word for, translate it into these bytes, take the word while, turn it into those bytes, blah, 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 right? So the question is, what language is the compiler written in? Well, it's written in the bytes required to get the chip to do the thing that you want it to do, right? Well, it turns
Hmm.
out it doesn't have to be. That of in reality, the made up language can actually be used to write the compiler in terms of the made up language. And then the compiler
Yeah.
can compile itself to work on the physical chip. And that just seems incredibly unintuitive. That you can make up
It
any
does. Yeah.
language that you want, you can make up a language, and then the language can be used to program the thing that then literally causes the physical chip to do the stuff. And
Yeah.
it's like, really? And it's like, yes, that actually always happens. And the condition is as long as the language is sufficiently complex, which is equivalent to saying that it has the ability to express arithmetic. As long as your language isn't trivial or stupid, as we might call it, and it can express arithmetic, then it can always be written, it can always write its own compiler for any physical chip that you develop in the real world, right?